Hello YouTube and valued viewers, Byron at Splitting Slices. Welcome back to the Knife and EDC channel. Today is Tuesday, July 14th, 2026, and that means it is time to look at number 9 of 10 knives, the 10 by 10 knives open tag response to Tobias Gibson, who asked us to show us 10 knives in 10 consecutive days and talk about them for around 10 minutes. But wait, we still have to do a 2 for Tuesday video as well, an open tag response to Tom over at Knife Delights. So, we're going to show knife number 9 out of 10, the Kansept Shikari, and we're going to give you a bonus Bowie blade, the Kansept Bison. These two modern locking folders are my favorite premium carrying knives that I have. I think you'll detect a design motif or a pattern that I enjoy. I like the bigger knives. I really enjoy a Bowie clip style blade. And I like premium materials. But I'm only going to spend somewhere around $200, maybe up to $250 on a modern locking folder. Now, I know there's some grails out there I'd sure like to have that cost more. There are a lot of nicer premium knives than these two. But I'll tell you what, these are my favorite, and I wanted to show them on the channel today. So, let's get into it. The first knife we're going to take a look at is knife number 9. This is the Kansept Shikari, or Kansept Shikari. This was, to my knowledge, the first premium modern locking folder that this company released when it started back about 6 or 7 years ago. They worked with the knife designer Morgan Koens, who designs a lot of self-defense style fixed blade knives, but they worked together and released this design for a nice big Bowie-style folder. The specs on this one, let's talk about it while I open it up and show you this beautiful 20 CV steel blade, Bowie blade. There you go, look at that baby. Again, I enjoy a Bowie clip point blade, and I think this knife just looks great. Premium materials and a decent price tag for what you got, or what you get. So here we go. Specs. Overall length when open, 9.6 inches. Blade, 20 CV steel. Premium stainless steel. 4¼ inches long. Bowie-style grind, so we have a nice jimping on the spine of the blade there at the pivot. It goes up to a harpoon peak and then a beautiful ground swedge down to that clip tip, and then circles around with a nice bellied cutting edge back into the tang of the blade. Single primary deployment method is a set of dual thumb studs for both sides of the knife. This is a integral frame lock design with carbon fiber cover onlays that are screwed into the titanium frame. All right, so there is your lock mechanism. Beautiful chamfered access to the bolster lock or frame lock. It drops onto your thumb, and then you move that thumb to get it out of there because it is great ceramic ball bearing thumb or fall shut action on this knife. Thwacks out there with authority and a beautiful detent on this one. There you go. All right. Torx screw construction, as far as holding on the onlays, you've got 3 screws. You do have a lanyard hole in the back. If you are a lanyard lover, you can put one on. All right. No captive pivot on this, so you do have a double screwed pivot that goes through the knife. All right. And a beautiful milled titanium pocket clip. Got a few scratches on it from use. It's in my pocket a lot. And 2 screws, number 6 Torx screws that hold that pocket clip on. All right, so you do have T8s and T6s on this knife that you have to deal with. But other than that, I have really enjoyed this knife. Now, when this was released, it came in 2 configurations, the one you see here, and it came with a more premium lightning anode titanium bolster and frame with Damascus blade steel and some teardrop style carbon fiber onlays. Now that version retailed for almost $600, and this version retailed for $200. All right, now you cannot find these for retail sales anymore, but I do know that you can still get the Damascus version and with the lightning anode titanium on sale right now at Chicago Knife Works for a price of about $240, which is a steal compared to its retail price 6 years ago. All right, this is the Kansept Shikari. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our bonus knife then, the extra second knife for Tuesday. Very similar in size, very similar shape of a Bowie-style blade, just a few additional features. This is designed by Ray Laconico, okay, a prominent knife designer and maker. Works with Monterey Bay knives a lot. Has nice, smaller sized knives with clean, classy lines. And he stepped out of his design box and designed this big old brute. This is the Kansept Bison. Let's go ahead and get it open. Again, primary and only deployment method is that dual thumb stud located on both sides of the knife. Beautiful 4 1/4 inch long Bowie-style blade of S35 VN steel. Again, you have kind of a saber flat ground blade grind. You do have a swedge that is ground from the harpoon peak down to the upswept tip. And then that cutting edge curves around in a nice bellied fashion and then straight back to a sharpening choil on this blade. All right, overall length on this knife is again 9.6 inches. You have a 5 1/4 inch long handle. And these are not flipper tabs. What you see here is an integral cross guard that has been designed that can be used as almost a thumb ramp on the top and then a guard that keeps that finger from riding up on the blade edge if you happen to be doing any pokey, penetrative cuts with that Bowie tip. Now, a beautiful titanium, full titanium handle with a full mill titanium clip that has been knurled to match the handle scales that are also knurled on the inside of the scales. All right. Nice access to the frame lock. And notice that this blade has a flat that the knife can fall down and rest on the tip of your thumb, but then you do want to turn that knife sideways and then come back up for that falsetty ceramic bearing action that this one is also known for. Again, this big old blade with that detent snaps out with authority, drops with authority, and fall shut action. Get that thumb out of there in order to do your close the blade and have your fall shut action. Now, this knife weighs 6.6 ounces in the pocket. This knife is an ounce lighter with the carbon fiber onlays at 5.6 ounces. And both of these knives, when you purchase them retail, come in, of course, the Kansept box and then come in these nice leather and nylon pouches to help protect your knife. If you want to store them in that, you can. And the price tag on the Bison, currently, you can purchase 2 of the original 5 configurations for about $196 on the Kansept website. They are sold out of the other 3. But again, a pretty good price. Both of these knives, the configurations you're looking at, both cost about $200 for premium steel, premium titanium, and on the one, the carbon fiber onlays, and just 2 really well-priced, big, banger Bowie blades. So, those are my 2 favorite folders. I hope you have enjoyed this presentation. Again, the Kansept Shikari and the Kansept Bison. Now, both of these knives have been released either under a second brand name or have a smaller button lock version on the market. The Kansept Shikari has a 3.5-inch bladed button lock version, and the Kansept Bison has been released under their tenable economy brand and has a 3.5-inch blade on it. So there are smaller versions of these two knife designs out, but I like the bigger ones. So that's going to do it for me. Byron at Splitting Slices saying split a slice with a friend soon. And until my next video, everybody please take care.